Welcome to BW Businessworld. Today I have with me Lionel Thoreau, the Chief Marketing Officer for the iconic British brand, The Body Shop, with me here today. Thank you so much for joining me. You have been with The Body Shop for many years, and you've taken this position on in 2018. Can you tell me a little bit about your own journey with The Body Shop and how your own perspective has kind of evolved, and also how the journey of Body Shop has gone in your time in this position?
Well, thank you. First, thank you very much for your invitation. Yes, I've been working for a long time in the beauty industry before joining The Body Shop in 2018. And I worked for companies like Johnson & Johnson and L'Occitane across many categories in beauty care and different responsibilities in sales and marketing, in markets or in global functions. But I have to say that this journey at The Body Shop is very special because The Body Shop is a purpose-driven brand, and it's a brand that you can fall in love with. So it's a very special moment of my career, I have to say.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. We can't have a discussion about beauty brands or marketing without talking a little bit about the pandemic. So can you tell me about how has the consumer trends and buying trends changed post-pandemic?
So as you can imagine, first during the pandemic, it required a lot of agility to be able to keep on serving our customers. What we can see is that basically, consumers are coming back. I have to say, especially in India, because our partner here, The Body Shop India, is making an excellent job, and the brand is growing versus 2019, which is absolutely fantastic.
That's really good to hear. And this has been a really strong festival season for India. The festivals are still coming. Can you tell me a little bit about your plans for the upcoming festivities?
So the upcoming festivities, and I understand that probably you want to talk about Christmas, and we are going also to celebrate.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you. We are going to celebrate Christmas also in India with The Body Shop. For us, of course, it's a global campaign. It's one of our most important gifting occasion. And for us, this is also the opportunity to communicate about who we are as a brand. So we define ourselves as a change-making beauty brand. We want to make sure that we are driving positive change for our customers, for communities, and for our partners. And this is why actually this Christmas campaign is the opportunity for us to celebrate our communities, our fair trade communities, that produce for us high-quality ingredients, fantastic high-quality bags. We have 3 communities in India. The first one is Teddy Exports. They have been working with us since 1986, even before we started selling products in India. And they are doing these absolutely beautiful bags for us, for example, and many other things. In exchange, what we do is that we have long-term contracts with them. We also invest in social programs, and we guarantee them a fair and stable income. Something else that I wanted actually to show you, that's one of the gifts, for instance, for Christmas. And actually what you can see, what we are communicating to consumers is all the good they can do to these communities when they buy actually one of these products. So here we are talking, for instance, about our community fair trade organic almond milk, and it's a community that we have in Spain, and that works with small scale farmers in a very sustainable way. So for us, Christmas is not only about, I would say, selling gifts. It's also an occasion to celebrate our partners, and with the ambition to make The Body Shop the ethical gifting destination.
Thank you so much. You did mention that you were a change-making brand. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more and tell us what this means for the larger vision for The Body Shop?
With pleasure. Our founder, Anita Roddick, was the original change maker. That's the way we call her. And she had this belief that business can help shape the world and drive positive change. And she used to say that business can be a force for good. And we have been inspired by these values, by our heritage, and this is how we have come up with this signature, the change-making beauty brand. It's all about inspiring and connecting people, our customers, our staff, our communities, and our partners to drive positive change in the world for themselves, for our customers first, for communities, and also for the planet. So if I give you an example, actually, let's take, for instance, this mango body butter. I talked to you about change making for you. Well, we want people to love themselves. We want to make women and consumers feel good about themselves. And our body butter, which are really highly performing products that deliver 96-hour moisturization, which are vegan certified, allow you also, I would say, to love your body, to have this relationship with your body, and so to promote self-esteem. But there is also a message around our communities, because the mango that we are using is coming from a community in India, and they are producing for the body shop and selling to the body shop high quality mango, and we make mango seed oil with it. And this is what this formula contains. And the formula also that we have recently rejuvenated contains more than 95% natural origin ingredient, and as I said, is vegan certified. But it's not finished. So I talked about this formula, which are highly sustainable. But the packaging itself is also part of this change-making philosophy. So for instance, this jar is made with 100% recycled plastic. And this plastic is mostly coming from our community in Bengaluru, in India. And that's waste pickers that collect used plastic. We take this plastic and we use it to manufacture our packaging. So this way we make sure that this plastic does not end up in oceans. So it's good for the planet. And at the same time, we ensure a fair and stable income to these communities.
Thank you again for sharing that. And speaking on these, because you kind of touched upon the ways you're working with the Indian community, can you tell me a little bit more about your CFT partners here in India?
Yes, so it started all with Anita Roddick, our founder. She established the first community that is called Teddy Export. And they started to produce for us bags and also beauty accessories. So it's a very long-standing partnership. It has been lasting since 1986, so I believe, yes, 35 years, a little bit more. And again, it's all about investing in this community, making sure that we are creating a mutually beneficial relationship. They sell to us high-quality products, and in exchange, in this very rural community, which is probably a little bit poorer than in big cities like Delhi, where we are today, we give also in economic opportunities. We give economic opportunities to the people there. And we have also fantastic stories of people who have been able after to send their children, for instance, to university because they had this economic opportunity. So again, for us, it's about investing in the long term in these communities. So that was the example of Teddy Export. I gave you also the example of, for instance, in Bengaluru, collecting used plastic. And here, of course, like absolutely all the brand, we thought, okay, we need really to do this sustainability journey. We need to use only recycled plastic. But if we do it, let's do it with, I would say, through a human lens, also helping people who need it. So it's not only about sustainability and saying that we are using recycled plastic, it's also helping people at the same time. And this is really the philosophy of the Body Shop.
Oh, absolutely. And recycling is one element. Can you tell me a little bit about the other ways you're kind of making sure that the brand is sustainable and kind of aligning with your own values?
So for instance, when I talk to you about, because this idea of change making, by the way, is very holistic. So again, it's about our products. So I gave the example of a formula, which are 95% natural. Why is it 95% natural? Because we want to avoid as much as possible the use of petrochemicals and to use renewable ingredients, renewable resources. So this is an example of sustainability. Another example is the way that we are also inspiring our store staff, for instance, with our purpose. I was discussing 3 days ago with one of our store managers in Mumbai, and she was telling us, it's quite difficult to be an activist and to change the world, but when I'm working at the Body Shop, I feel that I can do something positive. So it's also about the experience that we are creating with our people. It's about the conversations that we are having with our customers. And I can give you also another example, for instance. So we have launched recently an activist campaign. So we have always been an activist brand, but this campaign is probably the biggest one that we have had in our history. We are partnering for the first time with the United Nations. This campaign that we call the Youth Campaign is about giving a voice to the younger generation so that they can have a say in the public debate. Because this younger generation is facing big issues and unprecedented challenges when you think about it, like climate change, like social inequality, unemployment, gender equality, all these things, these values which are so important for the younger generation, and I know it also in India. So it's really important that these people can have a say about it. So what we are doing is not, of course, telling them what they should think, but more telling them it's important to participate to the political debate. And we are working with NGOs with two goals. The first one is to raise signatures for a petition, so that we lower the age of candidacy to the lower house here in India from 25 years old to 21. And the second goal is about making sure that more and more young people can register. And here we have an objective of 25 million registrations by the end of 2025. And the idea is to, and we are partnering currently with NGOs that are organizing young voters festivals and young voters workshops. So we also believe in our societal responsibility.
Absolutely, and that's a very impressive number. Now I must ask, because the word natural, green are also terms that are very popular in the beauty industry, but at the same time they have a very important meaning to them. How do you kind of communicate your sustainability goals and the fact that your products are natural, that they are vegan? How do you better communicate this with the larger public?
So it's all about, I would say, the integration of the experience. So I gave you an example, for instance, when we do a gift. On the gift, we tell also our stories of sustainability. We have also digital platforms, social media, where we talk also about it. And we always want to make sure that all our products combine two dimensions, efficacy and performance on one side, because of course people want to buy high quality products, and on the other side, ethics, so that they can be sure that when they go and buy a Body Shop product, there is also this ethical dimension which is in tune with their own values.
Absolutely. You have the global agendas, of course. You have your own values as a brand, and you also have the local communities to think about, and aligning all those three can absolutely be very difficult. But it sounds like you're doing a very good job, and it's coming together quite seamlessly. Now, we are coming towards the end of 2022, so I must ask you, going forward, what can we expect to hear from the Body Shop? What kind of product renovations can we expect? What is the vision for 2023 that we can expect? So
the vision, again, we are inspired by this idea of change-making beauty across everything that we do. And more specifically in India also, we have big ambitions. Mm-hmm. So we want to double our business by 2025. We believe that we have a message which is relevant to the young, diverse population of India. We believe that it can only work if we have strong local partnerships. So I gave you a few examples. And we have also strong local partners here through the Body Shop India, very entrepreneurial people. We really also believe in the benefit of local relevance. Because, by definition, the people who are here know better what Indian consumers need than, of course, people in London, as you can imagine. So this approach is also really important for us. So again, it's about doubling our business, meaning that we are going to increase by 50% our retail network, that we want to keep on also increasing our sales productivity in our stores with high quality products through the rejuvenation, our new products, new communication, which is really reflecting this positioning of being an ethical and inclusive brand. new omni-channel services, and the extension also of e-commerce. So we have big ambitions also for the Indian market, and we really believe in this fit between our brand and the aspirations of Indian consumers.
Absolutely. And my final question to you is, what is your own and Body Shop's philosophy on beauty itself?
It's a very good question as well, and it's a very important one, because we want, for us, it's all about self-love. We want people to feel good about themselves after having tried the Body Shop products. So to be clear, we are fighting against the idolization of beauty perfection. We don't believe that beauty perfection exists. We want people to feel at their best after having tried a Body Shop product, because they know that the product is very effective, because they know that the product is ethical, because they know that the product is a delight to use. So this is a little bit our ambition. And I believe it's really important, because this change starts with you. So you have to love yourself to be able to change the world.
Well, thank you so much, and thank you for joining me today on BW Business World. And we look forward to hearing more from you and the Body Shop.
Thanks a lot.